What's going on, YouTube? Back with another video. Baines 2 times, follow me on IG. Baines 2 times, follow me on TikTok, the biggest Chico. We're back with a new video today. I'm talking about trading and investing. And let me just say investing. I am not a day trader. This is not financial advice. This is my own experience to grant me the lifestyle that I'm so blessed to live right now. Grant me to be able to buy the cars that I have, which I can also talk about another video about how I own 5 cars right now, 21. 3 paid off, 2 being financed. I can talk about credit, a whole bunch of stuff. Let me know below if you want me to talk about credit, financing. It's actually so much more easier than people believe. And I believe for a lot of people who buy expensive cars at a young age, it's more so to motivate them. Hopefully you're getting paid and, upping your social status by having these cars. But some people like to stay low key, and that's fine with me. You have a job, you don't need social media to make money. That's all good with me. Get it how you live, man. So this is a short video. Actually, I'm not going over 10 minutes on this video. I'm going straight into the point of me investing and how I made over 200K last year. This year, probably around like 20K so far, but the year's not over. Obviously, we're still pushing through to see how much money we can accumulate this year based off of stocks, crypto, blah, 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 blah. So let's go back to the first time I genuinely started making money. And I know a lot of people are going to call me so stupid. It was around probably 2020 summertime. I want to say 2020 summertime or maybe 2019. I can't remember which one. Whenever Ethereum, if you know the crypto Ethereum, that's when Ethereum was about, I think I bought it for about $170 around that time, 2020 or 2019 summertime, June-ish, July-ish. I remember I bought it for at least $179, and it got more. It went up to I think 300. Like in a month, it went up to 300. And mind you, this is not financial advice. This does not happen all the time. I'm gonna get into where you should invest, where I have my investments at, what you should do to know if you should invest into something, and a whole bunch of stuff like that once again. So yeah, I was investing in Ethereum. That was the first crypto I had bought, right? I invested in Ethereum. It was at 179. I sold it because I thought it was going to keep dropping when it hit about 394 or whatever, something like that. I remember it was 394 and it dropped to 370. And I was like, damn, I had 6 shares. We'll do the math later on. I had about 6 shares. They went to $300. I don't know. I think it came up to $1,800, $2,000 or whatever. I got back or whatever based off of my I don't know, $800 investment, $1,000 investment, whatever. So $1,000 profit, $900 profit. Mind you, this is just quick math real quick. I'm just estimating. Right now, Ethereum is 2,700, 3K around that time. By the time you look at the actual price of that. So what I could have had if I kept those 6 shares at 3K, I could have had 18K right now. But once again, we don't know what's going to happen. And that's one out of all my investments. Later on, the next year, I also invested in the Etsy while it was really low. I invested in the Etsy before Elon Musk hopped onto it. I feel like sometimes Elon Musk ruins some companies sometimes. Not the company as a whole, obviously, but sometimes the stocks, because when he shouts it out, a lot of people invest, and then people who already had money in there just pull out once everybody invests. But it's all good, man. But I invested when it was $30. I took out when it was 170. I'm not about to do the math on this, but I know for a fact when it was $30, I bought about 60 shares. You do the math. So I came out and I sold when it was 200 something actually, at an all-time high or something like that. So a couple thousand off of that. Now I'm about to get into my biggest investments in where you should know or should not know, or no, where you do know when to invest and where you don't know to invest. Mind you, I'm just starting YouTube, so if I talk a little funny, that's what it is. This is how you should know if you should invest, right? I'm trying to keep this video so short because it's actually very simple. You go on an app like Robinhood, Coinbase, Binance, there's other apps you could use, but that's what actually the 2 apps I use personally, which I recommend, and you want to keep your money safe, Robinhood and Coinbase. Robinhood, people say, oh, don't use it, they'll hold your money, and they have held 60 grand from me before one time, and I'm going to that story as well. But it's because I switched my bank account and tried to take a large deposit out, obviously. A large withdrawal, so that's why they held it. But that doesn't happen all the time. I heard different stories. I'm holding $1 million. If I was you get to 200, $250,000, take your money out. It goes to a different app. But they have customer service now. So honestly, times have changed. Honestly, this was 2 years ago, by the way, 2 years or 1 year ago. So time to change. They have a phone number now. So boom, you only want to invest in stuff that has been increasing over the past 5 years. Once again, Obviously, stocks go up and down. Don't be a bozo. We already know this. We already know that. So you look at Amazon, you look at Nike, you look at Twitter, you look at Twitter's not a bad example actually. Amazon, Nike, Facebook, you know, all those things like that. So you go on the app, right, and it gives you a timeline of what's the progression of the stock or crypto, whatever it is. Don't push it back to last year. Don't push it back to 2 years ago. I always tell everybody, push it back to about like 5 years ago. That's when you should invest into a company. If it's been increasing periodically, invest in that company because it's clearly still going on. They're clearly going to keep going up. This is just like simple investing. Obviously not getting into the details of like if the company's launching something, blah, blah, blah. But if the company has been increasing for the past 5 years, literally if the company hasn't been open or crypto hasn't been open for the past 5 years, I do not invest in it. And it's not because like, maybe it could go up. I'm just talking about safe investing. I don't want to lead anybody to losing thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars or whatever. It just shows that obviously that crypto or that stock is continuously going up and more people are investing, more people are believing in it, and that's a stronger fail-safe basically to having that many people. When it's like a little bit of people, maybe like in a small amount of volume, actually like probably like 1 million people versus like 50 million or like 20 million or like stuff like that, or 800,000 people, 1 million people, it's not that much. So if one guy who just has like the most shares just withdraws, you're done. You're done for. Your money's gone. It's not coming back, baby. I'm telling you right now, that stuff is gone. And it may take years for it to replenish, whatever, stuff like that. So that's where you know if you should invest. Cryptos and stocks that you should never ever invest in, like an IPO opening, and basically don't even know what IPO means, but I know the definition. Basically, like when a company first goes public or whatever. Never invest in those. I promise you, bro. Never invest in IPO. Companies will hype up an IPO, say they're going to get you so rich or you're going to get so much money or it's going to go to the moon, stuff like that. No, don't do it, bro. Because when any hype project, and it is the truth, any hype project, the momentum, boom. You may make like, say you buy a couple shares, right? IPO maybe starts off with like $100 or $400. It may increase like each share by like $50. By the next week or next month, that thing is going to drop because the people who invested the most money are always going to take out and take the profits. And then maybe later on, periodically, it'll go up once again. Never invest in stuff like that. Never invest in any hype projects, honestly. Stay away from hype projects. Do your research on certain stuff. And then there's some projects where you can take risk in. So I'm going to speak on projects I took a risk in. Dogecoin. And once again, I'm not a great all-time investor, so don't come for me for saying Dogecoin. I personally made over 100 grand in Dogecoin off of $1,000, honestly. And I wish to this day I invested so much more money. I could have been a millionaire. But you know, we all make those dreams. In Dogecoin, basically, I invested in it, and I know they don't invest in hype, but some things, that's like barely a risk, you know? I watched a video that said that if you invest like $25 in a Dogecoin, it could turn to like 10,000 or whatever. So like $25, and you're probably saying like, okay, well, why was your $1,000 only going for 100 grand? And that was because I did invest $25, and it went up to like 300 one day, and I took it out like an idiot. Once again, you're supposed to hold, but with stocks, crypto, you never know what's gonna happen. Later on, maybe like a year later after I watched that video, after I watched that video in 2020 when I had Robinhood, I later on invested like $1,000. I was already, I mean, you could say rich or you know had a lot of money based on saved up on my brand. And I just chose to invest into it. I just put $1,000 in it, didn't touch it. Thank God, like I guess like the following month or whatever, Elon Musk was hyping it up. Once again, I know I came from Elon, but I'm talking about in this certain predicament, he hyped it up. And Dogecoin has tanked now. So, I mean, hey, like I said, things are a lot of things are very temporary. And if you got in, you know, at hype moment, then you probably lost a lot of money. If you got in where like it was a starter up, you know, and people were just now investing into it or whatever, you probably made a lot of money. So things I definitely like really want to hit on for people to invest. You need to make sure you look at the timeline that the stock has been out. And so everybody wants to know my investments. What have I invested in? I've invested in Nike, Tesla, Apple, Shiba, Litecoin. Yes, I invested in Shiba, and I have made over 6 grand in Shiba. It's such a small, it's not even a penny stock. It's like even below a penny stock or a penny crypto, whatever. And it's so small that you get so many shares. Like literally, I think like what, $50 can get you like, what, like 3 million shares, something crazy like that. And hopefully it hits 1 cent, but I don't know. Maybe we'll look back in this video in 5 years and we're all super rich, same way people got super rich off of Dogecoin and Bitcoin. I definitely highly advised to invest in Bitcoin. I'm 100% sure it's going to go to 100K. Invest in Ethereum. I'm 100% sure. Well, you never be 100% sure. I am 92% sure it's going to go to 10K this year off the 4K it's already at. Damn, I said I was going to do 10 minutes, but all right. It's already at like 10, 15. Anyways, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and that's all I'll say for a fact will make you so much money this year. I don't really want to say anything else for right now. I can definitely speak on trading, stuff like that, but I need to gain a little bit more knowledge. Like, I think like most of my investing has definitely came from a lot of luck. Like, I'm one of these guys, I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you like, oh my gosh, I'm the best investor in the world. No, a lot of this stuff is gambling, truth be told. But what you gamble and who you gamble with is your choice though. And you have to be very smart about it. You can't just be an idiot. Like, you can't just like gamble with your money in crypto and invest in like one of those like a casino and there's a dollar machine. Oh, you might get like $10,000 with the dollar machine. No, you're probably not. The chances are very small and very small. If you invest into something that has already periodically been going up in money, stuff like that, Bitcoin's going up. I remember 2 years ago, my friend begged me to put 10K, the 10K I saved up into Bitcoin while I was at 2K. I was like, oh no, it was already at $200, 2K, it's already millionaires being made off of it. Who would have known it would have went to $67,000? Hey, I didn't know. Definitely, but I'm more so about to talk about dropshipping in the next video. I want to get this video out the way because I'm not going to talk about investing too often. I will definitely tell you guys my profits, my profit numbers, how much I invested in the Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum. I definitely do have money in Bitcoin, but the thing is, like, I don't have a full share. Like, I'll be honest with you, I don't have a full share of that. No, I don't have a full share of that, but I have some money in there, which it has still grown by the hundreds. Ethereum, I have a couple shares of that. A lot of shares of Dogecoin still, but I definitely sold off a lot of that. Shiba. But I'm definitely mostly investing in Ethereum right now. Ethereum is the definitely most promising, affordable project out right now to get the most money for your buck right now. That's pretty much all, guys. I definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. I just still moved to the crib. It's so much bigger than what you think it is right now. I'm going to post a video, crib tour on TikTok. Show you guys a crib. I'm gonna be doing car videos once again. I plan on buying a McLaren 720S. I said that last video, but now I'm really in the works of saving up to make sure I buy a 720S for you guys in the next 4 to 6 months, or maybe 3 months. We'll see how business is booming. I got my brand Lone Star coming out. That I want you guys to tune into that. It's definitely revolved around fashion, high-end fashion, and also depression and anxiety, which I do suffer from. And just to end the video off with this, if you have depression and anxiety, definitely don't want you guys to be suicidal. I was suicidal before. Definitely want you guys to keep pushing through. This may not have been the investing video you thought. You probably thought that I was going to say that you could become super rich. I am saying you can become super rich. You can make a lot of money. I made over 200 grand last year. I definitely had money to invest. Once again, if you guys don't have no money to invest, then you can't invest. So let's not even do like, how can I invest with no money? You could do margin trading, but I heard that they can send your like money to collections and you don't want your credit to get fucked up. So let's not do that. But some people do it and get rich. So I mean, margin trading is just borrowing money from the apps and you trade with their money and you give back the obviously the what you owe and whatever you use, and then you take the profits. And I think they take like a couple percentage off of that of your profits as well. But stay away from that. Thank you guys for tuning in for today's video. Drop shipping next video. I'm gonna be way more detailed into that. Website creation, a whole bunch of stuff like that. DM me on IG if you want mentorship. Thank you for listening.